How are you all doing? How was your week? I heard that some of you went to your Gigi's house and you decorated her windows with pictures. That is really awesome. I know that one of you had a birthday and your neighbors came out and they sang to you. That is so cool. I heard a couple of you had a dance party. I saw the video. And can I just say, you've got some awesome dance moves. I heard that one of you got to hang out with your great-grandma and you made cookies and dyed Easter eggs to honor your papa. That is really special. I even heard that a couple of you tried to teach your mom football. How did that go? I hope you were extra nice to her on her birthday. This week, I made a lot of phone calls. I delivered some medicine and food to people in our church that couldn't get out. I sent packets to each of you, and I also checked on my own family. My dad and I did a puzzle, and my cat and I watched Frozen 2 together. It's a really good movie. Have you seen it? I know that it's hard being apart right now, but it's really important for everyone. And even when we're far apart, know that each of you are in our hearts and prayers. And if any of you need to talk or there's anything we can do for you or your family, let us know. We are all in this together. Well, before we go to Sunday school, I have a few announcements. First, make sure to join Morgan and I this afternoon for online junior youth group. You don't want to miss it. Second, remember to practice the song that was attached to this email and send us your video recordings this week so we can create our Easter music video. Third, for next Sunday, everyone is to send pictures of yourselves and flowers around your home to Reverend Tim for our Easter Sunday collage. Fourth and final, make sure you have the packet. From the packet I sent you, your paper palm leaf template page and the green pieces of paper for crafts with Nancy. You are going to also need scissors, tape, and a pencil. Well, I hope you have a great time in Sunday school. Let's join together in singing the books of the New Testament song as we head to Sunday school. See you later.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts, and next is Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, and Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, 1st and 2nd Timothy, Titus, and Philemon, Hebrews, James, 1st and 2nd Peter, 1st and 2nd, 3rd John, Jude, and Revelation.
Greetings, everyone. Happy Palm Sunday. First, thanks to those of you who voted and sent photos this week. There was a three-way tie for the winner of the best Jesus and the Children images. Number 2, 3, and 9 all tied, and so they will go into our New Testament Hall of Fame. And here is the art submitted this week by Olive and Jolene and Lily. Thanks very much. Great job, all of you. And here's a picture of Sophia from last summer, and she just celebrated recently her 8th birthday, so happy birthday belatedly, Sophia, and we hope you had a great day on your birthday. And thank you in advance for leading communion later today in our Sunday school service. The other thing I wanted to show you was this picture. Many of these signs have been planted near Albany General Hospital and elsewhere around town thanks to the kindness of the owners and staff at Extreme Graphics. And I thought this would be a good time for a moment of prayer. So would you repeat after me? God, thank you for all the brave people, the healthcare workers, first responders, grocery store employees, delivery workers, and many others who are providing essential services for us right now. We pray today for their strength, safety, and well-being as they work on the front lines of the battle against the COVID-19 virus. Bless them all. Amen. We are entering Holy Week starting today with Palm Sunday, when we remember Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem. Think of it like a fun, lively, joyful parade that you've been in. And that's what happened back then. And there were kids in that parade. Holy Week continues through next Sunday when we celebrate Easter. It's a great week to look at all the beautiful things, the new life around us, such as tulips, and grape hyacinth. These are things you'll see all around the Mid-Valley. So this is a good time for us to sing a song that you know, that we do a lot at this time of year. In the bulb, there is a flower. It's a song that offers words of hope, compassion, and wisdom in these coronavirus times. So please join me in the bulb, there is a flower. In the bulb, there is a flower. In the seed, an apple tree. In cocoons, a hidden promise. Butterflies will soon be free. In the cold and snow of winter, there's a spring that waits to be unrevealed. Until its season, something God alone can see. In our end is our beginning. In our time, infinity. In our doubt, there is believing. In our life, eternity. In our death, a resurrection. At the last, a victory. Unrevealed until its season, something God alone can see. There's a song in every silence, seeking word and melody. There's a dawn in every darkness, bringing hope to you and me. From the past will come the future, what it holds a mystery, unrevealed until its season, something God alone can see. Before I read you a story about Jesus' entry into Jerusalem with his disciples, I have a little quiz for you. Question 1. Jesus rode into Jerusalem on A, camel, B, donkey, C, horse. Question 2. During Jesus' entry into Jerusalem, the crowds laid down a path of what to honor him? A, tulips, B, palm branches, C, cardboard. And the final question, Jesus was referred to as the Prince of A, love, B, war, C, peace. Okay. Do you have your answers? Okay, here we go. If you got these right, you said Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a B, donkey. During Jesus' entry into Jerusalem, the crowds laid down a path of what to honor him? That would be B, palm branches. Jesus was referred to as the Prince of Peace. So if you did B, and C, you are correct. Congratulations. So the story is again from the book we've used a number of times. We used it last week, Everlasting Stories by Lois Rock, and it's illustrated beautifully by Christina Ballard. When we get back to Sunday school, I want you all to look through it. One word that comes up in the story pretty soon is Passover. In Judaism, Passover celebrates the freedom of Jews from slavery in ancient Egypt, and it's celebrated every spring. So, when I read the story today, once again, I will have 10 images of Jesus coming into Jerusalem with his disciples. And you'll see them several times, and once again, you get to vote on them. Vote on your favorite one, send it in by next Tuesday. So here's the story. The story of Jesus in Jerusalem. For 3 years, Jesus traveled the land telling stories, working miracles, and teaching people about God. Then, one spring, he and his disciples set off for Jerusalem. Jesus and his band of disciples were traveling to Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover festival there. At the Mount of Olives, he stopped. Over the valley was Mount Zion itself, where Jerusalem's beautiful temple stood. He spoke to 2 of his friends. "Go to the village ahead," he said. "You will find a donkey tethered with her colt beside her. Bring the animals here. If anyone questions you, say, 'The master needs them.'" So they did, and Jesus settled himself on a colt that had never been ridden before. His friends watched, and some remembered in the scriptures it was written, "Shout for joy, you people of Jerusalem. Look, your king is coming to you. He comes triumphant and victorious, but humble and riding on a donkey, on a colt, the foal of a donkey." From Zechariah. Jesus urged the donkey forward on the steep road down into the valley. Many people were traveling to Jerusalem for the festival, and they began to talk. "Look, some people are beginning to lay their cloaks on the ground in front of him. Let's go closer. They're giving him a hero's welcome." It was true. The whispering and the gossiping turned to cheering and shouting. Some people cut branches from the palm trees by the side of the road and waved them. "Praise to the Son of our great King David. God bless the King who comes in the name of the Lord." Children jostled and women danced. Men shouted and punched their fists in the air. For surely this Jesus was coming to the city to lead his people against the Romans. Perhaps this was the start of an uprising, the beginning of a new era of freedom. Among the crowd were some religious leaders who were suspicious of this upstart teacher and his so-called miracles. They elbowed their way to the front. "Teacher," they said angrily, "command your followers to be quiet." The little donkey plodded gently over the carpet of cloaks. Jesus smiled calmly at the men who now tugged at the donkey's bridle, vainly trying to make it stop. "Even if the people keep quiet," said Jesus, "the very stones will start shouting." And he went on his journey up the winding path and through the gate that led to the temple itself. Continuing with our Palm Sunday theme, Nancy will now lead us in our art project.
Okay, artist friends, it's time to gather materials for today's activity. You will need scissors, pencil or a thin twig, some tape, a couple paper clips, and then in your packet that you're going to get this week will be a piece of green paper and a palm leaf template. And if you don't want to use the template, you can draw the palm leaf yourself. That's fine too. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fold your green paper long ways, like a hot dog. And then you're going to fold your palm leaf template long ways along that dotted line. Okay. Then you're going to stick this green paper, the fold edge, inside the folded edge of the palm leaf. So you have a little sandwich. And then you're going to take your paper clips and you're going to clip those together. One on each end to keep it together. Okay. Now you're going to start cutting. And the easiest way to cut this palm leaf is to cut the whole outside shape. Go all the way around the outside. And when you get down to the bottom here, what I want you to do is then take a turn there and go straight off the end. That'll give you a little place to attach the stick when we get to that stage. Now you're going to go in and you're going to cut each of these, and you're cutting through a lot of layers, the template and the green pieces of paper. So you just keep cutting away until you have them all cut. And if you decide that you would rather draw your own palm leaf instead of using the template, you can do that, and you can make more or less of these different sections. It's up to you. And it's always good to practice drawing on your own. It gives you more skills. But the template will also, you can do one this way and then try another one with just a piece of paper from home, drawing it yourself. So I'm just about finished here cutting these. And when you have them all cut, you're going to have all these little pieces, little scraps. We'll make a little pile. You're going to take off the paper clips and then open it up. Take off the template, and then you have your palm leaf. And then we're going to attach it. Now, if you have a stick from your yard or something, this is a piece of bamboo, you're just going to tape that on. If not, you could use like a pencil. That would work too. Whatever you have around your house or in your yard, that's going to work. Then we're just going to wrap this around and tape it on. And if you want to, you could write Hosanna on your palm leaf across here, or just leave it plain. I'm going to leave mine plain. So that's your art activity for today. Please send photos of what you're doing. We love to see you. And now we're going to parade over to communion.
As Jesus gathered with his disciples, he took the bread and broke it and blessed it and said, "This is my body broken for you." He took the cup and poured the juice and said, "This is my blood poured out for many. Do this in remembrance of me."
Well, it's that time again, snack time. So today, I ran out of Chipmates, and we haven't gone to the store. We go into the store about once every week now. So I have graham crackers left. You know that these are named after me? No, just kidding. But the truth is, since I was your age, people have been calling me graham crackers. Graham crackers. Oh, has anybody ever called you graham crackers? Oh no, never. Just for like 66 years. Anyway, like the Chipmates, I like to dip my graham crackers. Now, we have a very important question to consider. So I want you to look at, I have a couple slides I want to show you, and here's another question for you to answer this week. So the question is, what snack shall we restock in the Children's Worship Center? M&Ms or graham crackers? So that's one of your big questions for this week. On this Palm Sunday, when we remember the Prince of Peace riding that donkey into Jerusalem, Let's close with a familiar and fitting song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God our Creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my silent vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. May the peace of Christ, who's our Prince of Peace, be with you. God bless you. See you next week.
Have a happy Palm Sunday and a great week.